Welcome back to Warhammer and welcome aboard the Begleitpanzer. In my very first match, without any upgrades, I have not even looked too much into the stats of the vehicle, the tank, and I just know roughly what it should be like. And well, gun-wise, this is, I'd say, an improved SVA gun that is put into service versus very lightly armored other tanks or, you know, scout vehicles, something like that. And then also an ATGM. And my playstyle is just simply very passive. I have, again, no other gameplay in this tank and no upgrades, completely stock. And of course it's an up tier into 9.0. This 8.7 tank suffers the fate of every 8.0, 8.3, 8.7 tank. You always get up tiered. At least that's my experience in the, well, last few weeks. So I get myself into a position that is relatively central, I have to say. It's somewhere between B and C. And I just wait. I just wait for opportunities to present themselves. I observe, and I know this is somewhat campy. However, if you just simply die in a tank that you don't feel comfortable in, rushing in and just shooting everywhere and doing no damage effectively, just feeding the enemy team a kill, that's no use. And there is a very fine line between just camping like an absolute moron or actually, you know, serving a purpose. I have an ATGM, it's a long-range weapon, I have no armor. I don't think that I have the mobility to, well, compete with other nations' light tanks or rather fast tanks. So, I mean, the cannon would be kind of alright. And I still think that I should learn what I can do with this tank. And I didn't fire at that tank with the ATGM because I thought to myself, well, you know, he will dip into a dune and then that's it. You can see how his turret pops up and disappears again. And so I wait for an opportunity like this. And you can see how the ATGM fires. And it's an M60 Rise P. Yeah, so much for the era protection from the side. A second ATGM, they need somewhat of a time to reload. And yeah, he just has 2 crew members left. So with the second shot, aiming for the ammo rack, aiming for the gunner, I decide for the gunner and there we go. So, first kill. And it took me half my rocket ammunition. Oh well, doesn't matter. So, I still sit in this position. C is not captured. Somebody is at B. He seems to have his trouble, but I think there's just still too much stuff going on, you know. It's just my game experience that tells me, you know, my spider senses are tingling. Something's not right. If I push now, I get ruffle stomped. And I have to cross open land to go into any position. Should I capture C? Should I assist in decapping and capturing B? What is in the usual 7 line with all the snipers? You know, I have no repair tool, so if my ATGM or my gun gets damaged, there is nothing that I can do. I do not even remember if you can repair in a capture zone without having any repair kits. So I move a little bit up, and what do we see here? Something's moving. I have no clear vision of what it is.
I agree.
So we wait. Be patient. Be patient. I have no experience in this tank, so be patient. Wait for the opportunity that something happens where you can support. Am I really that blind? Where did this guy come from? Yeah, that's the cannon. Oh yeah, I like it. Now, those are the solid shots, and I have to say I think they are more useful than the potential upgraded belt. We have penetration of 142 millimeters compared to just 70 of the APHE belt, or semi-armor piercing. And I actually got the kill on the M163, so you are the absolute bane of lightly armored vehicles. We will see a bit more of this later on. So the question is, have I been detected? Is somebody aiming for me? Is somebody waiting for me getting out of cover? And what the hell is this MBT-70 doing in the 9 line all the game? Because his ATGM, you see, his ATGM has one problem. It has a limited range of 3 kilometers. And I get the kill. That's my 4th kill, and I was like, what the hell? This was my 4th kill? This was my 4th kill in this vehicle? It did not really feel like it. I did not really have to fight for it. And I do not promote camping here. I think camping is a tool initially if you are in a support vehicle. And this vehicle is called Begleitpanzer. So, you know, you have something to begleit. This is an extremely supportive tank. You can see the rapid firing of this 24 round belt is absolutely amazing. The reload on it feels alright, but you just have 4 belts in total. And the reload in a capture zone takes ages. Gladly you can reload the rockets parallel to it. And now I wanted to help this guy, but he has actually dealt with the T10M. And yeah, there are the campers, you know, there's always somebody camping harder than you, always. This is exactly what I was afraid of, and gladly I just lost 1 of the 5 crew members, because this is amazing. This tank has 5 crew members. I have no idea why, but you know, you can lose some and still be combat efficient, and so I go into this dip. The size of the vehicle is not that great, so other tanks potentially have difficulties hiding here. And I'm just rocking forwards and backwards. I'm not reloading, I'm not repairing, I'm not getting any crew member back. Granted, you first have to cap it, but to make aim harder. And somebody, the enemy T-64 I guess, was trying to get out of cover and was punished accordingly by the KP-17. Because the KP set was even harder camping. you see a pattern emerge here. Long range shooting at higher tiers in the ATGM meta. You have difficulties, you know, getting yourself into position. And what is that? Well, looks like a PA to me. Spoiler alert. I will not kill him. But I couldn't resist to try. And it's a waste of ammunition. And as you can see with the reload, look at that reload. I think I have a better chance with the ATGM, but to pinpoint aim at a bomber is actually pretty difficult. So obviously the rocket gets no lock on or doesn't even come close. I tried to hit him, but that's poor aim, and the gun is not upgraded, so even if my aim would be perfect, no chance of hitting it. And with a solid shot, you know, you could punch right through a wing and do not a lot of damage. That looked close. That looked close. So at this point in time, I think to myself, I think I have attracted some, you know, some attention. Looking around, A gets captured, C is still uncaptured. It was always nagging in my mind what to do, you know. What about potential threats from the right? Gepard. Oh, something is missing me. Oh, that was good luck that I didn't get damaged here. That's a ZSU 57-2, or it was. And there is a Shilkar. I love this tank. Ace, just like that. The stone saved my life, literally. And now I want to get after that ZSU 57-2. Where is he? Where is he? We will not rush into an ambush, we wait. But he wants me. Oh boy, he wants me. Look at the turret rotation speed. Not the best, and blow up the ammo. Nice. Double strike. I love this tank. I'm down to 15 rounds. That is not a lot. And I think somebody spotted a chieftain from the northwest spawn. But I have no choice. I want to get C. I want to get the capture zone. I want to get extra points. I want to make sure, even if you lose A, that we still put the pressure on the enemy. And I still have my rockets. I still have my full rockets. If there would have been a target, I would have shot on the move. Because the rocket is relatively fast and I'm relatively stable on the move. And I could have had enough time to break, then to accurately aim at the potential target that was camping while the rocket is on the move. At least that's my plan in theory. So now I enter C and I capture it, putting the pressure on it, and as I predicted, A gets decaptured at least. So I make sure that there is some hard cover between me and potential snipers. I also get into a spot where I can have a view over the enemy spawn point. And yeah, somebody is furiously marking the map on the 7 line because there are all the, you know, skillful campers. I despise this kind of behavior, and maybe Gaijin should think about locking it down. You know, if they like smaller maps, they can cut out that part, in my opinion. So, and again, there seems to be a big bomber on the way. I saw the shadow on the horizon. I just have 15 rounds left, but I'm fully equipped with ATGMs, so the ATGMs will load much faster than the belts. I'd love to reload one of the belts, and if it would be like mid-game and there would be still a lot of enemies around, you could think about it. But then again, how much value you get out of the belt? That's the other question. So that's actually it with the action part of the game. I will take a few pot shots at the, well, P8, but I will not achieve anything, spoiler alert. What I think about the vehicle? Well, it's kind of fun. In the first battle, I will have more battles in it. I will have a good look at it. Maybe even make a tank review if I have the time for it. And I think the battle rating is too high. I think it should get 7.7, 7.3. Because, you know, at that battle rating, this tank is really nothing special. The BMP-1, for example, has heat shells and an ATGM, and, well, the Object Nano 6 has a stabilizer with APHE that has over 3 times the penetration, and so you kind of see where this is going. And it's a nice support vehicle, but it's just one tank. And what I did in this battle was, I was camping at the beginning in a frontline position. I was looking for opportunities. I was picking off the targets that were just giving me the broadside. With the autocannon, this is really nice. I could pick off some AAAs and yeah, also give side shots into tanks that otherwise would be impenetrable for me. Then I picked the right point to support my teammates and captured the points, put the pressure on the enemy team. I was also really lucky that nobody was really going for me, that the ZSU-57-2 was not detonating my rear end, so to speak, and was not having the perfect shot at me, otherwise I'd be toast. I was really good with dealing with the Shilka and later on also the ZSU-57-2. But the reload rate on the airfield on the capture zone for the belt, as you can see again, it's so super slow. So in practice, your ATGMs reload so much faster, and are your long-range weapon, which you can use from cover because of the height of the vehicle. You can hide in ridge lines, you can use the tow, and especially at long range it's relatively difficult to hit you in return. The tow missile is one of the fastest amongst the ATGMs. Your autocannon can defend you against aircraft. Sending a solid shot through an engine block always is good medicine for an aircraft. And practically the ammunition for the cannon at the beginning is everything that you have, except if you really have a lot of time to hold a capture zone, you can then reload some. But look at the time that I'm in the capture zone, and I just have reloaded it 3/4 by now. I don't think this is worth it. So now finally let's have a quick look at the results. And for my 2 capture zones and 6 kills, and winning the game with a premium account, I got a survivor medal and 52,000 silver lines and 4,400 research points. And you can see I have not even the parts and I survived the battle. Yes, it was lucky, but the tank just showed me the versatility, and Mono Wasp actually thinks that this tank is cheating because, you know, I guess he was in a Russian tank and it got destroyed, and, you know, not enough buyers. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.